When we think of pure 0% tax, even though it's no longer fully possible today, the first place that comes to mind is Dubai. For years, many entrepreneurs and business owners were moving to the UAE, to Dubai, to stop paying half of what they earned in their home countries, while enjoying a flashy lifestyle filled with luxury and still saving more than they ever could back home. But the truth is, for some time now, the UAE has become a much more restrictive country when it comes to taxation, and no one seems to be talking about the fact that it's no longer what it used to be. The country that literally had no corporate tax, no income tax, no inheritance tax, no VAT tax, nothing is now changing. Over the past few years, taxes have quietly started to sneak in through the back door. First came the 5% tax, then the dreaded 9% corporate tax with exception, then that same 9% but without exception of a small business starting in 2026, then 50% for multinational corporations. That's why today I want to explain why I believe the UAE will no longer be a truly tax-free destination as it once promised. But even so, it will be still a place where you don't pay the insane amounts demanded by most countries in the EU or some parts of America and Asia. Although Dubai settled on the 9% corporate tax, that wasn't a voluntary decision. It was a direct response to international pressure to avoid being blacklisted as a non-cooperative tax haven. We are now seeing that Dubai doesn't want to be labeled as a tax outcast. It wants strong banks, agreement with Europe and the US, access to financial markets, and for that, it must stay on the white list, not blank ones. The result, they have accepted the introduction of taxes in order to appear serious in the eyes of the West, because they want to be seen as a respected financial hub like Singapore or Switzerland, but that comes at a price: taxes, compliance, and regulation. Even though they still say there is no personal income tax, you can live in Dubai at pay zero if you run a company. The new 9% corporate tax now affects even free-zone companies, and if you bring in your foreign company while making the effective management there, it might also apply to you. The system is being built to absorb and tax those structures. You can no longer just pay yourself a salary and dodge corporate tax. If you earn 1 million and send your salary at 900,000, the tax authority is going to resist your salary because you are not valuing it at fair market rate, like any other company would. The UAE are now implementing economic substance rules, anti-abuse regulations, and other control mechanisms. In the banking sector, we are already seeing how Dubai's banks are striving to comply with all FATF, CRS, and OECD standards. If they don't align, they risk being cut off from global payments system. That means more compliance, more reporting, and less anonymity. Today, even though they technically report under CRS, they don't really enforce it seriously yet. That's why we still see many people who were already living in tax-free jurisdictions receiving tax letters and now setting up bulletproof structures in Dubai to protect themselves from seizure. But we understand that this won't last forever, just like the 0% tax won't last forever even for small companies. What can we expect in the near future? First of all, personal income tax, because we are already seeing in countries like Oman, a gradual increase of corporate tax from 9 to 15% to align with OECD standards. This hasn't yet been implemented in places like Cyprus, but it's already enforced in the UAE for large firms. The elimination of temporary exemption for small businesses and half-free-zone companies, a much stricter banking system that may start reporting far more than it currently does. It's clear that even with these changes, I would still rather live in the UAE, paying reasonable taxes, enjoying safety, and avoiding the nonsense of world culture and Agenda 2030. These are my thoughts. I would love to hear yours. What do you think about this shift? If you need to relocate your company, or maybe getting a second citizenship in order to pay less taxes, or having more travel freedom, I invite you to fill out the form in the description and let's see what we can do together.